Hello and welcome to Shelby This Week. Here are some of the stories we've been working on. The Macomb County Health Department and Henry Ford provides essential information on COVID-19, and we visit the library to kick off March's Reading Month. We have these stories and more coming up on Shelby This Week. The Macomb County Health Department is collaborating with other experts and organizations to increase resources available to Macomb County residents. Deputy Executive John Paul Rhea explains the need for more COVID-19 vaccines.
The other thing that I think everyone needs to be in tune to is the fact that we have a tremendous amount of knowledge with regards to any barriers that might be in play around the county as we're distributing this when vaccine and supplies increase. So the assumption out there that we don't have these strategies or plans or things in place couldn't be further from the truth. We've cultivated these relationships. We have our community service providers. We have our epidemiology experts that know where these issues are, whether it's issues with chronic disease or a concentration of other elements from a socioeconomic standpoint or from a demographic standpoint. We have all that knowledge horsepower here in this county. We just don't have the doses to distribute the strategy.
Bottom line.
And when we look at this from a day in, day out perspective of all the individuals that sit in that emergency operations center, from the endless conversations that happen on the public health side, from the multiple conversations we have every single week with leaders all the way up to the governor's office, we are advocating on behalf of this county, and we are doing everything that we can to ensure that these strategies get to those that are most vulnerable and need this vaccine as quickly as humanly possible.
We also talked to Andrew Cox from the Macomb County Health Department, who pinpoints specific information regarding senior vaccination efforts.
First off, I want to let the seniors know that of the vaccinations that we've done at Verkulen, 70% have been seniors. I know there is concern or maybe even perceptions or rumors that younger individuals are getting through, and that could be possible through those different priority groups such as healthcare workers, teachers, that we're following from MDHHS. And then now, opening this week, will be Sterling Heights Senior Center for individuals as well. You do not have to be a resident of Sterling Heights. It's for all county residents. So that is an opportunity for seniors to also get vaccinated now at additional sites.
Seniors are also encouraged to look into vaccine providers. Additionally, Henry Ford and Macomb County held a webinar to further discuss COVID-19. Dr. O'Connell explains the potential future of the virus.
This is a virus that's probably going to be around and something that we have to deal with, similar to the flu every year. The issue is that viruses, in order to stay viable, have to continue to change. So we might see a variant of it that comes up, in a different time of the year. The hope is that we can get it to a point where it's less virulent and less contagious.
To watch the full webinar, visit Shelby TV on Facebook. For any questions, visit macombgov.org/COVID-19. With March being Reading Month, we visited the library to learn why reading is so important.
I'm Bethany. I'm one of the children's librarians at the Shelby Township Library, and March is National Reading Month, so we want to promote that especially to our families and kids in the community by sharing all the wonderful books that we have here and different reading resources to bring people in and get them excited about reading and spending some time every day together doing that. Of course, over the summer we'll have summer reading for all ages. And especially in March and throughout the spring and the rest of the winter, we'll have some monthly programs that people can participate in either at home or by coming into the library to get a kit. So each month we do a book bag club for kids and a book box club for teens. So you sign up your children by calling or going online and fill out a little survey about the children's interests, and we'll prepare some books that we personally select for them and put them in a book bag or a box that you can keep with some special goodies. I read a lot of books, of course, as a kid. Since I was a little baby, my parents read to me, so they gave me my early start of love of reading that naturally led to me becoming a librarian one day. As I got a little bit older, my mom also read book series to us out loud, like the Junie B. Jones books, which made it really funny, and that's something I recommend to parents and families to do together, is read stories out loud to your kids when they're young and even when they're a little bit older, because it's fun to share stories together. So if you are interested in getting any of these cool books I mentioned, or you want to come find your own books for March Reading Month, please come see us at the library. Now that we're open, we have lots of librarians who would love to talk to you about helping you find your next great read. And we'd love for you to participate in some of these reading programs that we have. So you can give us a call, go online and check out our social media or our website to sign up for things, or come see us at the library and we'll be happy to help.
For more information on programs going on at the library, visit shelbytwp.org. The Youth Suicide Awareness Group No Resolve is hosting a virtual support group for teens. Their mission is to create a space to vent and is hosted by Dennis Legio and Jordan Trainer.
Well, our doors are still closed here at the shed due to the COVID crisis, and we wanted to start developing some virtual programming for teens because anxiety, depression, all kinds of mental health issues are on the rise right now, and something like this I think is very needed for teens and for all of us, frankly.
With all that's going on in the world today, they believe teens need this space now more than ever.
Everything has been overwhelming for so many people, and I'm seeing Rach as a regular therapist. Many more people are coming in, just depression, anxiety, loneliness, all of this. And for the teens nowadays, I mean, the socialization is just so important, and they're missing that at schools, and it's for a good reason, for health, safety, and all of that. But it's just so important to have that connection with other people. And sometimes that's all that can, sometimes that's all it takes, is to just, reach out, have that connection, and feel like you're not alone. You're not the only one going through what you feel.
The Rant Room takes place every Wednesday at 3 p.m. To join, a consent form is needed. Visit noresolve.org/programs for more information. Still ahead on Shelby This Week, an update on library construction, a local organization gets creative with their St. Patrick's Day event, and why the Humane Society of Macomb needs your help.
Oh, it's on. Release the meteor! Whoa!
He's looking at you, kid.
I dig it.
That felt pretty great.
If I could be you, and you could be me for just 1 hour. If we could find a way to get inside each other's minds. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Well, before you abuse, criticize, and accuse. Walk a mile in my shoes.
Construction is currently underway on the Shelby Township Library's new building. We talked to Library Director Katie Esther about its progress.
Residents, I'm sure, have been watching the new library go up in eagerness for it opening, and now that you see a lot of the exterior finished, the workers are moving inside to spend these cold months working on the interior projects. So recently they poured the floor, so we have a nice concrete floor, no more dirt floors anymore. They're starting to rough in the interior walls, so you see a lot of steel going up in the interior, which they'll hang drywall on. A lot of HVAC stuff is working, so heating and cooling type things. All the exterior masonry is finished. So in the next couple months, you're not going to see a lot happen on the outside because they're really going to be working hard on the inside. But we hope to give you some periodic updates from inside the library too. So all of us at the library, myself included, are just so eager to see every portion of the new building. So every time there's a new addition, I come over and take pictures and take it back to the staff. We give periodic video updates to our staff. And if patrons residents are interested in seeing that sort of thing, we do have a construction camera that's mounted on the police station right behind us. It takes a picture of this building every 30 seconds and turns it into a nice movie that you can watch online. You can see that on our website. This library was paid for in cash, no money borrowed. When I tell other library directors and library staff around the state that that is the case here, people are dumbfounded that we were able to do that. It is really an important thing for residents to remember. It really speaks to the fiscal management of our township, and they should be proud of that. We are thrilled with every process. It is truly a labor of love for all of us that are involved in this.
To see live footage of the progress on the new building, visit the library page on shelbytownship.org. If you're searching for a way to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, look no further. The Shamrock and Shenanigans photo rally and scavenger hunt put on by the Women's Life Chapter 911 and the Sparkle Network is heading to the community.
Road rally, that's the Sterling Heights, Shelby, and Utica area, is March 19th. We're doing it at night, and it's a great way for people to be around other people right now in a smaller setting. But I know a lot of people right now really want to see other people, or we just crave being around people. So this is a chance to be around just a couple people in your car. It's 4 to a car, and you get to go around, like we said, Shelby, Sterling Heights, Utica area, and you get different clues of where you're going to next, so you don't know where you're going. We ask that you dress in your St. Patrick's best.
Registration forms for the event must be completed by March 9th. Visit Women's Life Chapter 911 Macomb Angels on Facebook for more information. With kitten season just around the corner, the Humane Society of Macomb is in search of fosters for their animals. Alexa Tedeschi learns what it takes to become a foster.
The Humane Society of Macomb is looking for fosters for their animals. Foster homes help the animals feel less stressed and removes them from the shelter environment.
So here at the shelter, we take really good care of the animals, the dogs and the cats. We do our best to make sure their needs are all met, and we spoil them rotten. But that said, a shelter is still not an ideal location for an animal. There's a lot of activity going on, there's a lot of noise, there's a lot of different smells that the animals can be real sensitive to. So ideally, in the short term, if we're able to find a foster home for them that they can go into temporarily, that really lowers their stress level, makes them even more ready for adoption.
To become a foster, you must fill out an application and meet with the shelter's foster coordinator.
We're always in need of fosters, and something to keep in mind is that when you foster an animal through us, we take care of everything, the food, any medication, any medical bills, something like that, we're completely responsible for because it's still our animal. So there's no cost out of pocket whatsoever for anyone who fosters for us.
For more information on becoming a foster, call the Humane Society of Macomb at 586-731-9210. For Shelby This Week, I'm Alexa Tedeschi.
If you are interested in fostering an animal from the Humane Society, visit their website at humanesocietyofmacomb.org/foster program. Coming up next on Shelby This Week, Movie of the Week reviews a relatable coming-of-age film, what to do and not to do if a coyote is seen in your neighborhood, and we meet a furry friend who is up for adoption.
Here are AARP top tips on caregiver preparedness during coronavirus. Form a team that can help with caregiving tasks. Take an inventory of essential supplies in your loved one's home. Make a list of the care recipient's medications. Schedule regular calls to fight isolation. Finally, take care of yourself too. Follow the Centers for Disease Control's guidelines for coronavirus safety. For more caregiving tips, go to aarp.org/caregiving.
Grab your popcorn because today on Movie of the Week, Brennan Noyes talks about the film 8th Grade. Let's take a look.
On today's Movie of the Week, we will be talking about the 2018 coming-of-age comedy drama, 8th Grade. It's rated R and it stars Josh Hamilton and Elsie Fisher. It was also YouTube stars and comedian Bo Burnham's feature-length debut as a writer and director. 8th Grade centers Kayla, a middle school teenager navigating anxiety, social acceptance, and the internet. She posts video blogs about her daily life as a way to cope and spends much of her time obsessing over social media. The film does an incredible job capturing the confusing feelings and awkward situations that you experience as a 13-year-old.
Just grab my phone, how to charge it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I charge it too. But my phone, sometimes my phone runs out of batteries too.
Burnham made the conscious effort to cast real 8th graders and bring the way that they speak and act in real life onto the big screen. Because of this, a lot of the scenes are extremely cringeworthy on purpose. And this is because looking back on ourselves as 8th graders is usually extremely embarrassing. The film really makes you reflect on your own experiences as a middle schooler, but it also says a lot about society currently. Even though she's only a teenager, a lot of adults can relate to Kayla's struggles of navigating technology, anxiety, and social situations as well.
I also wanted to make a story about this age that was not nostalgic and was not remembered, but was visceral and true to their experience. So it being a girl sort of prevented me from projecting my own experience onto her. And finding that common ground across demographics it is always the most exciting thing for me.
Dear God, tomorrow is a really, really important day for me. And I really need it. I really need you to make it a good day. I definitely feel that a lot of media surrounding, my age group, it either portrays us as nearly adults, which isn't true, and it portrays us as pretty much kids, which isn't true. We're our own separate kind of thing, and it's confusing and weird, and everyone hates it. I understand why that's hard to write for, but that's, again, why I love this project, because Bo did it so well that, it feels so, I don't want to say perfect, because nothing is, but, so imperfect that it is perfect.
8th Grade was a critical success. It was nominated for 4 Independent Spirit Awards and 1 Golden Globe nomination. It was also named one of the top 10 movies of 2018 by the National Board of Review of Motion Pictures.
I don't talk a lot at school, but if people talk to me and stuff, they'd find out that I'm really funny and cool and talkative. By the way, I like your shirt a lot. It's so cool. What?
Overall, 8th Grade is touching, funny, and awkward, and it captures the beauty and embarrassment that comes with being a middle schooler quite perfectly. Because of this, I would highly recommend checking out 8th Grade.
If you're interested in 8th Grade or any other movie featured on Movie of the Week, call the Shelby Township Library at 586-739-7414. With the weather getting warmer, coyotes are being spotted in the community. The Michigan Department of Natural Resources advises residents to not feed or try to tame coyotes. It is important to keep their natural fear of humans. Small pets should be kept indoors or accompanied on a leash outside. For any questions, visit michigan.gov/DNR. Now it's time to meet our adorable pet of the week, Sheldon.
Sheldon is a male cat. He's almost 2 years old. He weighs 17 pounds, so he's a pretty big boy. Really handsome. He's one of our favorites around here. He doesn't do so great around other cats, but he has lived with dogs in the past, interestingly enough. So he likes to kind of do his own thing probably about half the time, and other times he likes to play a little bit, but he's kind of independent. We like to see him go to a family that has maybe a little bit older kids, simply because he's not crazy about being handled all the time, and younger kids tend to get a little handsy with animals. So we're thinking a family with maybe kids north of 10 years old would be good. And again, if you have a dog, he did really well in his old house with the dog. Just this time of year, we're getting ready for kitten season. As the weather warms up, we're going to see a lot more kittens come into the shelter, and we're going to be in great need of supplies for them. Kitten formula, food, treats, blankets, things like that.
If you or someone you know is interested in adopting an animal from the Humane Society, call 586-731-9210 or visit humanesocietyofmacomb.org. That's all we have for this edition of Shelby This Week. You can always watch us online or on Facebook. Just search Shelby TV. Thanks for watching and have a great week.